with us a renowned person who is currently working as a project manager in Dr. Reddy's lab, Hyderabad. Sir has a great experience in industrial experience, and Sir has completed his uh, PGDM from Xavier Institute. Sir has done his M.Pharm from Utkal University, and he is having several publications in various renowned journals, national and international both. And for talking about his specialties, sir is having the project management specialty, strategic portfolio management development, business strategy planning process. He is having the various training and support, relationship development, regulatory affairs. These all are under his the strong basic pillars uh, of his aim. So today, sir will discuss us about the encyclopedia of negotiation, the basic survival in competitive world. Without before starting, I would like to welcome sir on the stage group and
Thank you, Priyanka, for the nice
Swagat.
introduction. Am I audible to all of
Yes,
you?
sir. It's a yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible. It's our pleasure to hear you. And so let's
Yeah,
begin the presentation, sir.
yeah.
Okay,
Thank you
okay,
so much,
okay, sir.
uh, the team, for having me over here. And I do appreciate that the team has connected and looking forward to listen from me. So, good afternoon, everyone. And is it if I would start my presentation with a question? Uh, Anybody can answer, and I don't want to use some management jargon. Rather than I want to make it a live session so that we will get uh, many things about it, and this is going to be helpful for our life. So, if negotiation is a word which is coming to our mind, then uh, how do you justify in your mind, and how do you convince yourself that where does the negotiation come from? Any thought from anyone? So I personally I want to just give a brief thought on it. Definitely, it comes to our mind whenever we have some job opportunity or we are going to get some pay. Definitely, that time negotiation comes into play. And sometimes we believe that whenever we are purchasing something or in that way, like in a bigger purchase and all, like we definitely feel that negotiation plays a vital role. But I believe, and due course of time after this interaction, you will believe that that negotiation is something which is going to be a bottleneck for all of us. But it is absolutely required for all of us to lead our life, because life is a series of negotiations, and we negotiate every day from the time we woke up till we go to sleep. And sometimes I believe whenever we are sleeping also in our dream, in our subconscious mind, we also sometimes negotiate. So how it is, we will come to know. And that is the motion of this call. I am going to make it is Encyclopedia of Negotiation, which is the basis of survival in this competitive world. So how it is, we will discuss on this. So small example, when we start our day, like definitely all will be getting the event with you whenever I'm giving some examples. How many of you, like whenever we sleep and we keep some alarm to our clock, right? Like we need to wake up by 7 o'clock, and we do have certain things in our mind that we will do some exercise and we will have our breakfast on time. Then somebody will go to college and somebody will go to the office, and we have a lot of commitment. But whenever we are in the that kind of series that alarm is buzzing, that time definitely we think sometime that let us take some pause and we will sleep for another 15 minutes, then we will start our work. Is not it? So we usually all person here definitely we will be experience this kind of phenomena or this kind of mindset when we work. So this time that we are negotiating with ourselves, like our subconscious mind is telling that please wake up, you need to complete your routine activities, then you need to go for exercise and you need to do certain things or else you will be late. But still then we fight, we negotiate with our inner ourselves, and we tend to do something. So it's applicable whenever we are doing something like our perspective. Like I want to do some dieting. I'm very strict to it, and I'm not change my perception or mindset. But sometimes it happens whenever if your favorite ice cream is in front of you, definitely the question comes. So that time we are negotiating ourselves. So it is essential to for the quality of life, and we have certain examples. Due for some time, definitely we will come to know, and we will move to the next slide. And I want to begin the session with a saying from mythologist Joseph Campbell, who described each of us a hero with a thousand faces. I again want to in bold. I need to highlight that hero with a thousand faces. So if we are mastering on thousand faces, it sounds bit daunting, and it's absolutely difficult that how we will manage like all phases of our life. As I have told that how we are negotiating with them. So, but if we negotiate prospectively, definitely we will get prosperous and a good life altogether. So how we are going to do it, that we will come to know. So as I have explained, all the thousand phases have been segmented into big four areas as per me. That probably you guys can correlate also. Like in an organization, if you call it as a organization, definitely we will have CEO and chief financial officers, and we have definitely HR. So these are the key areas who are there who definitely help us to think. So similarly, in our mindset, the dreamer, like I wish to, like everybody in this group or in this session, have definitely some aspiration, some goal in their life. For making it happen, definitely we need to fight many times with our inner dreamer. Like your mind is telling like you should not study, but sometimes if you have the passion that I should become the topper, then you need to talk to your inner mind and give your best. With this dream, you will able to achieve something. So with this dream, if you want to succeed as a topper or you to prove yourself, then definitely you think yourself that you give your best. Simultaneously, whenever you are thinking, then you need to retrograde or manifest your lifestyle or your thought, your activity in such a manner that you will catch hold the success the way you have thought for. So in this way, like every time we negotiate, suppose we have like right now we have 15 days, and within 15 days I need to complete and completely devote my timing for the study. But sometimes we see some of the videos coming in our WhatsApp, something, some distraction like some YouTube, something is there, and some Netflix, some good series has came. So we wish to see to that also. So in that time, if we are negotiating with ourselves and we succeed to resist ourselves for not making this happen, definitely we will able to catch all the success in our hand. So it's a philosophical thought for which I honed in a small set of this four phases, which is absolutely required to succeed in our day-to-day life. So dreamer, thinker, and warrior within us. So this right question on this forum is, this operations, four things operate in ourselves. Like how do you this big four operates in me today, and how do I tap more of the skill in an inner wisdom in the future, and how do I balance them each other as our inner executive working as a team, and in other words, how do you negotiate effectively with myself. So with this, definitely this definitely asking us the right questions and strive for excellence. So in this slide, I am just giving a panoramic view regarding the product lifecycle management of negotiation. Since everybody is having, like, we will take part, then we will study, then we will do something, then definitely our life ends with this. So similarly, this negotiation cycle is also segmented into different categories, which has been depicted in this slide. So first and foremost thing is, like, we need to prepare. So we will come to know in the coming slides that before we lack for negotiation if we not prepare ourselves well. So whenever we are going for any negotiation, be it for a job opportunity, for a uh, our siblings, our friends, anywhere, I must say that you should prepare. Why? Right now, as you know, that this course from home, and most of the time my nephew comes to me and he wants that I should play with him, but it is absolutely difficult for me to give time. I have several meetings, I need to connect to the clients, I need to conduct some meetings, so I cannot. So in the meantime, if I will say no, definitely he will not allow me because nobody is there to take care. Probably my mom and my wife is not nearby, then I need to convince him. So I make a pause and I do negotiation with my nephew. I told, so I will take you for a day, uh, have to produce in the in the definitely instead of disturbing me right now, he got three options. So I understand his psychology. So I prepare well to, discuss and align my thoughts with him so that he has got something. And definitely, I have also completed my meeting in a prospective way. So what I'm giving focus is basically for any kind of negotiation, we need to prepare well. Then definitely we need to exchange our thoughts. So definitely I need to hear that what exactly he wants to do. So with this example, probably he wants to play with the game. So by the time, like, if I will give some of more play or some of the more areas where he will engage, and I have exchanged my thoughts, so somehow I built that rapport with him. Finally, we concluded that today he will support me for he is not going to disturb me, and in the evening time I will definitely spare some good time with him by taking him to the garden, and definitely I will show him some good videos. So with this example, I have just given a panoramic view regarding how this negotiations looks like and what are the stages involved. So definitely, the negotiation is a very challenging task, and whenever we are doing, there are multiple time that we feel that that is not working perfectly. So the main reason behind it is like people are OPS when they come across during this negotiation. It has been found that around 57% people are falling not to guess how assertive they have been. Like they don't understand that what do I want to achieve, then it's absolutely difficult for anyone for a proper negotiation. So
Excuse me, sir.
negotiation only remember
सर
57%.
सर सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट सर आपकी स्लाइड्स विजिबल नहीं है सर सर
Hello?
आप एक एक्सक्यूज मी सर
Yeah, please.
सर आपकी स्लाइड्स विजिबल नहीं है सर सर आप एक बार स्क्रीन शेयरिंग ऑफ करके वापस से कनेक्ट हो जाइए
Okay, okay,
स्क्रीन
okay,
शेयरिंग को वापस से ऑन कर लीजिए सर एक बार
okay.
ऑफ
Thank you so much. I will do that.
करके
Is it now? You guys are able to see?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. As I have discussed, we don't know about without proper preparedness we come for the discussion, and we don't
That's
understand and remember what the counterpart has said. So that is the biggest story for any kind of negotiation. So before we move into the next slide, and I will
अगर हाँ डॉक्टर सुरेंजन यार आपकी स्लाइड अभी भी दिख नहीं रही है
okay. Then once again I will start sharing. Just
उसको click करके अभी आपका सिर्फ वो कंप्यूटर बैकड्रॉप ही दिख रहा है
okay. Just a minute. Is it okay right now? It is visible.
यस सर
Yeah.
यस सर नाउ इट इज विजिबल
For meaning.
Can you has seen from starting
Okay. So sorry.
just scroll it don't
Yeah.
repeat the thoughts
Yeah. So, as I have just briefly illustrated that as per the mythologist Joseph, that a hero with 1,000 faces are we. So, day in day out, the life is series of negotiation, and we negotiate all day, every day, from the time we woke up till we go to sleep, and sometimes in dream also we negotiate. And I have segmented. This task for to our day-to-day life in a prospective way. And I've also discussed what are the key areas for this negotiation. What are the challenges for doing such a for any kind of negotiation? So with this next slide, basically we need to focus on the interest and not on the position. So whenever we are going for any kind of negotiation, we need to think about the end outcome. And that time, definitely, the thoughts would not come that in which position I am, and people from the problem. Definitely, we anticipate series of problems wherein we don't do. Right now, I'm giving an example. We have one project with from the partner side at China. So when we have anticipated the deal,